a little bit. We're gonna fuck up here. We don't have somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Please join Union Pacific Coast Voting member Melanie Yu. Thank you to Melanie Yu with our national anthem this evening. And we'd now like to introduce our referees and starters for tonight's session on day one of the 2013 World Championship trials. The women's referee from Manitoba, Jim Fleury. The starter for the women's event from British Columbia, Leanne Poulin. The referee for the men's event this evening from Alberta, Annette Gillis. And the starter for the men's event from Saskatchewan, Dana Harlow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our finalists for the men's 800 freestyle. Introducing our swimmers in lane 8 from Cotopaxi, Louis Leroy. In lane 1, from Allison from Adam Powell. Lane 7, from Organización Saint Jerome, Liam DeCharlie. In lane 2, from Rich George Barracuda, Sterling King. Lane 6, from the Manchester Club, Wyatt Garrett. In lane 3, from the Halifax Shortsman final event, Ryan Cochran from Island Swimming, 7:49.26. His Canadian record stands at 7:41.86. That in 2011 at the World Championships in Shanghai. The world record in this event, a 7:32.12, held by Lin Chang from the People's Republic of China. The Commonwealth record held by Ryan Cochran at 7:38.65. The pool record here is at Commonwealth Place, set in 1994, the Commonwealth Games by Australia's Kieran Perkins. That was what a world record at the time in 7:46 flat, where he was en route to a gold medal and a world record in the men's 1500 freestyle. Cochran out first, 56.19. Hedlund is second, and third ring out Chris Reeves at 59.82. Fastest time done in our earlier heats in the men's 800 freestyle, 8:15.06 by Craig Daigle of UNIC Pacific Coast Swimming. This men's 800 freestyle is a non-selection event for the World Championships this summer.
That's great.
Cochran turning 2:23.10 ahead of his state master Eric Hedlund, 2:26.97. And Wyatt Harris up in the first spot behind at 2:35.60. But Cochran and Hedlund out in front here in that men's 800 freestyle lead up to the 300-meter turn. Cochran turning at 300 and time of 2:52.17. Three 21.40, Ryan Cochran, the Olympic silver medalist in the 1500 freestyle, looking strong here in his opening event of these World Championship trials, the men's 800 freestyle. Split time for his Canadian record in the 800 freestyle, 3:52 flat. As Cochran heads into the 400-meter turn, and he will turn here under Canadian record pace for Ryan Cochran. Great first 400, let's help him out over the back half of this race. It would be a great start to these championship trials if we can get a Canadian record on our first event in this men's 800 free. Give a wave as he goes by. Ryan Cochran having a good swim here in this men's 800 free. Next Canadian record split 4:50.09. And he's going to be under again, turning here at 4:49.13. He's 1 second under. Let's help him out on the final 300, ladies and gentlemen. That includes all you swimmers on the deck as well. Give Ryan a wave as he goes by. A great swim here in the men's 800 a time final event, and the fastest time up this morning was 8:15.06. Canadian record split with 200 to go, 5:47.96. As he's going to turn right on it, 2/10 of a second. He needs our help, folks. Get the lift here, let's make some noise, and help Ryan out with his final 200. He finished strong when he set the record 2 years ago in the World Championships in Shanghai. Final time was 7:41.86. And he started to pick it up here as Cochran will turn with 150 to go. Keep it up, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand. 6:17.24. Give him a wave. Cochran knows he's on pace. He's going to give you the stance. We got to help him out here. Coming in, he'll receive the bell out with 2 lengths of the full to go. And he's a second off the Canadian record pace. Let's get it going. Finishing in for Ryan Cochran, always strong. And he brings it in early here on this men's 800. In 2011, he brought it home at 56.55. He's now a second and a bit faster than that here tonight. As he goes in this wild turn, let's give him a lift. Come on, folks! 50 meters to go for Ryan Cochran, 7:15.67. Big cheer in the final 25. Cochran giving it all he has into the final 10 meters. Canadian record 7:41.86. He's going to touch here in 7:43.61. Cochran there, 7:43.61. Top time in the men's 800 freestyle. And Eric Hedlund touching second here in 7:59.64. Good race for third place in the pool, and touching for third in lane 7 at 8:28.07 into Charlotte. But third will go to Craig Daniel from the morning at 8:15.06. Craig Daniel from the third place time of 8:15 in the morning as well.
So these men will get their silver, bronze, and gold medals.
Results on the board for that race are official.
Alright, it's got to be a great set.
We're going to walk out with the winner of the 800 freestyle, Ryan Cochran, on pace for much of that 800. And we're all going live in the house here tonight. We're going on the webcast for Sportsnet, being watched by Canadians across the country. Ryan, first off, congratulations on your win here tonight in the 800 free. Now, number one time in the world so far this year for 2013. A good start to the racing season here at the World Trial. Were you going for that Canadian record here tonight?
I wanted to take out the last month ago, and I've had some of the best trips of my life this year, so it's exciting that we're all working it up to the last of the season. This is awesome.
It's definitely looking good. And I know you're going to have a busy weekend here to try to add some events to your schedule for the World Championships this summer. But with your qualification from London last year, you're rotating through the league to a point.
Yeah, I think I always put that last swing, and it's super encouraging to get that concept early in the year, and I think it's going to be a great summer.
Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations, everything. And then game on for this now.
Fastest qualifier in this event. Chantel Van Lanningham, she's in lane 4 for the group final. She swims unattached at the University of Georgia. Alright. The world record in this event is held by Therese Alzheimer out of Sweden at 25:07. The Canadian mark 26:49 by Catherine Savar.
Our next event will be the team final, the women's 50 butterfly. Team final, women's 50 fly.
Take your mark.
And they're off. In lane 4, Chantel Van
Softball by
Lanningham.
Chantel Van Lanningham, moving on back 27.96 this morning. Van Lanningham moving in lane 4. Here is
Chantel Van Lanningham out of lane 4.
9 through 16 in the morning drill. And after this, we will be presenting the award for the event 800 freestyle.
Coming into the wall.
And the top time in the team final will be at 27.74 in lane 2 for Lisa Bertrand from the Cobra Club. In for second in the B final, Sherry Patel 27.79 from Mississauga Aquatic Club, and third Chantel Van Lanningham in lane 4. Those results on the board are official.
Winning that B heat, Joanne, in lane number 6. Sorry, in lane number 2.
Totally broken up.
Alicia Rishna from the Cobra Swim Club.
We will now be presenting the award
Coming up, though, we've got the A
for
final.
the event 800 freestyle.
Mistakes. You can look for a great start, very fast turnover, great underwater work, and an amazing finish. And the infamous butterfly. It's one of my favorite things to watch.
You kind of have to turn your head off here, don't you? Turn your mind off. You have to just go blank and put your head down.
It's true, sort of like autopilot. They've done the training, they've rehearsed every fraction of this 15 meters, and they just have to get to the wall first. This event is not a qualifier for the World Championship team. They will be getting the gold and silver and bronze medals, but only the 50-meter freestyle is actually an Olympic event, so the 50 butterfly will not qualify them for the World Championships. They'll have to go in the 100 flyer team.
Joanne, how important is this 50 fly in measuring your speed work for the upcoming 100 and 200 for these swimmers?
It's huge. To get that front end speed obviously gives you a leg up on the competition, but in the 100 fly, as you know well, Colin, being a former swimmer as well, the last 15 meters of the 100-meter races is always where the swimmers make or break their race. So it's a whole new ball game to add that one more length
Before we get to that 50 fly, however, we're going to go to the medal podium. Ryan Cochran is there with Eric Hedlund, and in bronze medal, it was Wyatt Yarish from the Mantis Swim Club, 17-year-old out of Winnipeg. What a swim by Ryan Cochran, 7:43.63. Joanne.
It's amazing to think how far that distance swimming has come over the past 10 years. What used to be the world record, is now our Canadian record. Ryan Cochran just was a Canadian record. Great swimmer, sure gave him a lot of confidence in that piece of Canadian record just 150 meters to go.
And Eric Hedlund right there, right beside Ryan Cochran. Teammate of Ryan swims with him daily, swims right beside him. That must be a thrill to get on board the line.
Well, I think to be able to swim as best as you have such confidence, know that you're on a good track, and you can keep up to somebody working, when it comes to race time, you should be really good as well.
There he is, Ryan Cochran, a world best right now, 7:43.63. He'll be a threat, no doubt, in the 1500 coming up later in the week, and a threat, of course, in Barcelona for the World Championships.
Well, that gold medal just suits him just perfectly, doesn't it?
Wears it well. Eric Hedlund, Ryan Cochran, and Wyatt Yarish, your medalists for the 800-meter men's freestyle.
Time now for our next championship final.
On we go now to the women's 50-meter freestyle A final. It will be an exciting 50-meter butterfly, however, final A final. It will be an exciting dash for cash type event.
The cash maker, hopefully world championship team.
A gold medal for sure in store for someone here. In lane number 1, Rebecca Draco from the W. Ross McDonald Swim Club. Lane number 2, Chantique Payne out of Guelph Marlin Aquatic Club. In lane number 3, Caroline Kaczynski from Point Claire. Your fastest qualifier at this event, Noemi Thomas from the UBC Dolphin Swim Club. Right beside her, Sandrine Manvel from PPO, a 21-year-old. In lane number 6, Samantha Correa from the UBC Dolphins. Lane 7, you've got Alexia Zevnik. And in lane 8, Caroline Lapierre Lemire.
Noemi Thomas, remember she was only 100 off the Canadian record here. All the field is going to be looking to keep up with her off the start and see if she can come in not only for the gold but a new Canadian record.
26.49 is the Canadian record. Noemi Thomas, 1/100th off that mark this morning.
Take your mark.
Here we go. Lane 4, Noemi Thomas, 26.50 this morning. Looking to break that Canadian mark, Joanne.
Noemi Thomas had a great start, but just below her, Cedric Manville had a better start in lane 5. Halfway down, this is when they're going to have to pick up their turnover, hold their breath into the wall.
It is Manville and Thomas. Thomas and Manville looks like Thomas has a slight edge as she touches 26.35. That's a new Canadian record in the 50-meter butterfly for women, Joanne. Right beside her, though, Sandrine Manville is 26.67, but a Canadian record.
That is awesome.
26.35.
Noemi Thomas was poised to break that Canadian record after heats this morning, but to be able to do it in the final when the pressure's on, it's a whole other ball game. So with her being only 17 years of age, Colin, she is one of the new breakout swimmers that we can say coming up in the next quadrennial team.
26.35 for Noemi Thomas. A fantastic swim for her, carrying that field, and in particular, Sandrine Manville. Finishing in second.
New Canadian record for Noemi Thomas from the UBC Dolphins here in the women's 50 butterfly. So Noemi, you missed it by 1/100th this morning on the 26.5, so you come in, you break it tonight. Obviously that was the target for this evening's final, to get the win and the Canadian record.
Yeah, the record was nice at the same time with the win. But since World Championships in December, it felt like I had a good 50, and then a couple days later I had a really great 100, so I think it leads up well my 100 on Friday.
So you have 100 on Friday and the 200 butterfly as well later tonight?
Yeah, just to get a bit of a warm
Just a warm-up there with the Canadian record and the 200 fly. Noemi Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, new Canadian record in the women's 55.
You gotta love the attitude, the great attitude that Canadian was just a warm-up for what she's gonna do in the pool for the 100 fly later this week.
We'll now go down to the part of the pool for the ATP finals in the men's 50 butterfly.
World record in this part is 22:43 by Rafael Perez from Spain. In lane 4, we've got Dylan Braun out of the University of Manitoba Bicycle Club.
Thank you, Mark.
In lane 4, Dylan Braun right beside him. Peter Surlis out of the Oakville Aquatic Club, and they're off.
And Dylan Perron with the nice big swimsuit really had a really used his 15 meters underwater and off the work. This is the B final. You're going to have a heat winner, but they are not going to be the gold medalist that's coming up in the next heat.
Looks like a pretty tight heat here, Joanne, in lane number 6. However, Matthew K. Dons could be touching first,
And the top
and
five
he's
in
not.
the
In
lead final,
25.19, Dylan Braun
25.19
out-touches
from lane
Dons
4,
in lane
second,
6.
Matthew Dent.
This time,
From the Golden Fish, 25.30 in third. 25.49 in lane 5.
The University of
for
Manitoba
Oakville,
Bicycle Club
Peter
is going to be
Surlis.
happy with that swim.
All from the board,
And it's a great
Harlan.
experience for these swimmers that don't have a lot of national experience and international experience to get into a B final, race again, really mentally treat it as if it is the A final, and knowing that they're going to be among the A finalists hopefully in the next year or two.
Coming up in this A
We will now
final.
do an award presentation once again for the women's 50 butterfly.
Very familiar in college swimming here in Canada, University swimming, and that would be Kelly Aspinall, swimming for the BC Dolphins.
He was named Male CIS Athlete of the Year. That's Canadian Inter-University Sports. He won 6 medals at that competition, 5 of them gold. He trains at the UBC Dolphins with Steve Price and Tom Johnson. So look for him here to really set the stage again in the 50-meter butterfly, but later on in the 100.
What's holding him back, do you think, from making it to that A-level team, making it to the Olympic Championships in this point to break out meet?
You know what? I believe so. He's 23 years of age. He's been labeled a late bloomer. So
Presenting the
although
awards
now
for the
he's
women's
breaking
50
out,
butterfly.
his career is
The
just
sport
beginning
marketing
at
director
23
from
years
Speedo
of age.
Canada,
Give some
Vanessa.
motivation to young swimmers that if you don't feel like you've made it at 16, you might need to wait till you're 23. You know, it's a long
The bronze
process.
medalist
Absolutely. Before that final, however, we're going to have a medal presentation for the women's 50.
for the point players in love, Caroline
Noemi
Kuzinski.
Thomas winning in 26:35. That's a Canadian record right beside her, Sandrine Manvel. And then, of course, Caroline Kaczynski in
The silver medalist.
27:33. But Noemi Thomas, the story of that race.
From the Seahawks Olympics, Sandrine
26:35.
Manvel.
And to me, listening to how they talk really says a lot about their mindset leading up to the next Olympics and the next quadrennial. And
And
the
the
truth
gold
is, the
medalist.
sports psychology and high performance sport is so important. Not only
With
do
a
you
new
need to want to
Canadian
win,
record time
but
of
you need to believe. And how they
26:35
talk
from
about
the
having
UBC Dolphins,
just, you know, warm
Noemi
up.
Thomas.
That's a great way to be, right? You haven't seen anything yet. You're going to keep going.
Absolutely, there's Noemi getting her medal. Hugging Sandrine and Caroline.
And you can see the height difference here. And believe it or not, it does help and be an advantage if you're a little bit taller. But you can see with Noemi, it
Congratulations
goes
to
to
our
show you
medalist
can
for
be
the
any height
women's 50
and be the best in
butterfly.
Canada
New
or
Canadian
the
record
world.
for Noemi
Represents
Thomas.
volumes to her underwater work by
In
chance.
26:35.
Absolutely, and she wasn't the quickest off the wall. It was really her last 25 meters she powered in, so she's got a lot of strength in those arms and legs. So again, everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses, and you just got to put together and work on your weaknesses. But even when you're not the tallest, you can do whatever you want. I know for me, when I first made the national team, I was 5'2". Then my role model was Janet Evans, who was 5'1", world record holder. So whatever it takes, right?
Absolutely. Here we go to the 50-meter butterfly final for the men. In lane number 1, we've got Will Bright from Etobicoke Swimming. Lane number 2, Christopher Rizzo from Club Aquatique Lac-Michela. In lane number 3, we have an Estonian, Martin Limaji. Lane number 4, of course, as Joanne stated, that's CIS standout star Kelly Aspinall. In lane number 5, Henrik Lindau. In lane number 6,
Lane
Mike
3 from
Lane number 7,
Estonia,
Cameron
Martin
Kidd. And in lane number 8,
Lane
Yvonne
5 doing
Assad. But all eyes
Henrik
will be lane number
Lindau.
4, Kelly Aspinall.
And lane
Swimming
4
out of the
from the
UBC
UBC
Dolphin,
Kelly
having a
Aspinall.
fantastic career in the CIS University realm, and now looking to make a
Underway
He has
with
a
the
slight
championship
lead
on the men's 50
over the
butterfly.
wrestling.
Kelly Aspinall, the top
Kelly
speed,
Aspinall in
leads
the
all
white bathing cap in the middle of the pool, now starting to pull away. He's got a very fast turnover that gives him a lot of power, using his legs to keep going forward.
Kelly Aspinall in lead.
And as they come into the wall,
2 meters away as he touches in 23.80.
Second to Mike Garrett in 24.30 and third.
Absolutely, that 23.80 is a great swim. You see him rubbing his fist. Being that close to the Canadian record, knowing that your major event, the Hunter Fly, will be coming up later that week, that gives him the confidence. I'm sure winning those 5 gold medals at the CIS Championships gave him a lot of confidence as well.
Leading off on the board,
Fantastic 50-meter butterfly.
and as our timers make their way back down to the other end of the pool, we're going to grab a word once he passes his breath with our
Unattached
champion, Kelly Aspinall.
24.36. As we headed downstairs, Chris chats with Kelly a little bit about his race.
50 butterfly champion Kelly Aspinall will be UBC Dolphins. Kelly, congratulations. 23.80. Best time to be here tonight, and a great way to start off the World Championship crop.
Yeah, for sure. I was just looking at my mom. The only thing I did a little bit of time before the race, she definitely recognized it as good choice. She was it.
We will get down off that point. We're going to set you up well, and then you're going to the rest of the week here to crop. What else are you looking to do?
Yeah, I got the back. I just and I'm pretty awesome, so we did.
Well, congratulations, Bill. Kelly Aspinall on the men's 50 butterfly.
There you have it, Kelly Aspinall, the winner of the 50-meter butterfly. And up next, we have this 200-meter freestyle. This is the night lane number 4. We
For our
have
next event, we direct our attention to the foreign school for the team final. And the women's 200 freestyle.
in the meet final at 2:02.25.
Now the Canadian record is 156.97. The benchmark is breaking that 2-minute mark in this event.
Take your mark.
Women's 200-meter freestyle meet final, 4 legs in the pool.
Susanna Escobar in lane 4 with the black cap from the Hamilton Aquatic Club slightly behind. Off the start again, a big 4 lengths of the pool. It's not as critical as in the 50 meters to get that great start, but it definitely helps to get out fast in a 200-meter race.
When you swam this event on the right stage, what was your strategy going in?
The 200 freestyle to me was a
Lane 1,
long-distance sprint.
freestyle beat 1,
You had to
University
get
of
out
Calgary,
fast
Raymond
at a pace that
Lane 2,
you knew you
Grant
could
Davis,
hold and
Kennedy
bring
Goff.
the legs on until
Lane 3,
halfway
Point
through.
Center, Allison
And then
Ashton.
really bring the legs
Lane 4,
on strong
National
and
One Plus
pounds, but
Montana
it really
Escobar.
need to be
Lane
on
5,
the world
Hillsville
stage,
Plus Club,
almost
Jensen
all
Geary.
control
Lane
of that
6,
sprint
12, Marlon
for
Club,
legs.
Shanti Kane. Lane 7, Susanna Natasha, Natasha Plum. And 8, Jessica Flint.
It's been amazing to see their careers and see how they've revolutionized underwater work and taking it out and being able to have that lung capacity to go underwater almost 15 meters off every ball. And it was just amazing to witness Michael Phelps' whole career unfold.
In lane 3, leading this pack, Allison Ackman. She swims out of her with quick first with the 20. Has a comfortable body length lead ahead of Kennedy Goss at the Renegades. A 16-year-old in this meet final. How exciting is that for her?
It is, and again, being 16 years old at Canadian Championships, you know that you can have a long career, but it doesn't prevent you to being the best in the world like Missy Franklin at 16 years of age, right? So don't limit yourself, but also know that it may be a long 10-year haul to reach your goal.
Allison Ackman turning around 29.89. She is now going to chase the lead.
Good race here in the final women's 200 freestyle. Strong qualifier with Susanna Escobar and Lane 3, Allison Ackman right there as well.
meters. Allison Ackman, Susanna
And as they come
Escobar.
into the final touch here in the lead final, fastest time will be a 201.58 for Allison Ackman. Second, Susanna Escobar at 201.73. And third, Kennedy Goss at 202.37.
At 2:02.37.
And those women getting closer and closer to that 2-minute mark, you could see it, that
Results
last
on
10
board.
meters there. Susanna Escobar having Ackman really close on the lane rope. You can actually get a little bit of drag and slipstream off your competitor. And just like that cycling with that slipstream, it is a bit of an advantage to get closer to that laner without hitting it to help your speed a little bit there.
Here you see Alison Ackman have a little bit of chuckle right beside Susanna Escobar. She obviously enjoyed the race, enjoyed the win. Up next soon, though, is going to be the 200-meter freestyle final for the women. Before that, we'll get to some medal ceremonies here, Joanne. So, initial thoughts on how the Olympics going, Joanne? We start off with a bang, right? The Canadian mark. Saw some speed, some Canadian records already. I'd say not too bad for the first little bit of Canadian swimming record trials.
You know what, this has been exciting, just like you said, from the get-go, with Ryan Cochran really on Canadian record pace, and then seeing another Canadian record happen there in the 50-meter butterfly with Noemi Thomas.
Once again, Anthony Orson and the 50 butterfly will be the sport marketing director for Speedo Canada, Vanessa Haywood.
We're setting the stage for new ones to come up and really shine.
As you can see down there, Kelly Aspinall
The bronze
waiting to get
medalist,
his medal just for
La medalla de bronze.
Canadian mark.
swimming unattached, Henrik Lithgow.
Another great setup for his week.
And he also mentioned he's swimming a little bit later on in 2 more races in the 100-meter backstroke, so he's very versatile. He can
The
sprint
silver
butterfly, he
medalist.
can do backstroke.
La medalla
That's why he won
d'argent.
5 golds at
For the
the
Toronto
Seniors
Flip Flop,
Championships.
Mike Smerrick.
Mike Smerrick receiving his silver medal. He finished at a time of 24:20.
And the gold medalist.
Kelly
Et
Aspinall,
finalement, la médaille d'or.
50-meter
In a model class of
national
23.80 from the ABC Dolphins, Kelly Aspinall.
championship team held in Barcelona, but no doubt is this a great start for his meet, finishing in a time of 23:80.
And he's going to be getting ready for his next race in the 100-meter backstroke, where he will be able to make the championship team should he come first or second under the qualifying time.
On we go, Joanne, to the 200-meter women's final. And of course, we've got this stacked event, if you will, for Canada. A couple of Olympians. One of the strongest showings we had was the 4x200 relay, was it not, in London?
This is a big event. This is a heavy event. All 8 women in this final know that 4 of them, half of the field, are going to be nominated to the team immediately following this race if they're top 4. So a lot is on the line right now.
As the ladies walk out, Heather McLean, she's in lane 1 from the UBC Dolphins. We've got Savannah King in lane 2 from the UBC Dolphins, her teammate.
Alexa Komarnicki.
In lane number 7, Alexa Kormanicki from Island Swimming. She's a 23-year-old, qualified in 2:02.11. Savannah King, there you go, in lane number 2, UBC Dolphin, 20-year-old. Brittany McLean in lane number 6, a 19-year-old out of Etobicoke. Paige Schultz in lane number 3. As you see, Barbara Jardin walking out. She's in lane 5, and she'll be right beside the fastest qualifier. Her name is Samantha Cheverton, a 24-year-old out of Pointe Claire. No doubt, Joanne, we should see some fast swimming in this A final with these Olympians.
Oh, this is one of the best races of the whole weekend. You got the McLean sisters, Brittany and Heather, that have both been national team members. Brittany being on the 4x200 relay at the Olympics. Samantha Cheverton, who swam the 200 free at the Olympics. She was 11th, a really great finish in the semi-final. And of course, Barbara Jardin, who's often the fastest in Canada in this event. All of these women are going to be fighting for the top 4 places.
Well, the world mark in this 200 freestyle is 1:52.98. I don't think we have to worry about that mark being broken, but it should be exciting nonetheless. Heather McLean owns the Canadian record, or Genevieve Simmer, I apologize, in 1:56.97. The meet record is held by Heather McLean in 1:57.20, well within the reach of these ladies.
And it is a pretty young field from 19 to 23, 24 years of age. There's a lot of experience here. Again, in the 200-meter freestyle, 4 lengths of the pool, getting out fast but controlled and bringing on the legs and that extra effort the second half of the race.
3 swimmers are leading the pack here. Cheverton in 4, Jardin in 5, and in lane 3, Paige Schultz, as they head into the 75-meter mark of this 200-meter freestyle A final.
And it's pretty even, as you can see there. There's about a 4-woman race right across the top. They know that the difference maker is going to be the last 50 meters of this race.
As they come into the wall in lane number 5, Barbara Jardin has a slight lead. She turns in a time of 58.42, just ahead of Samantha Cheverton, Joanne.
And she seems to be pulling away a little bit. Barbara Jardin, again, very experienced 200 freestyler here. Samantha Cheverton won't let her get too far away, trying to stay close enough with the last length of the pool, trying to reel her in.
Now, interesting enough, Barbara Jardin in lane number 5, Joanne, she's breathing to her right the whole way down. So she's going to be able to see Samantha Cheverton on the way back.
Correct. That's really good that you saw that. Often swimmers don't notice, but they got to swim their own race regardless.
Turning at the wall, Barbara Jardin at 1:28.33, right behind her, Samantha Cheverton at 1:28.72 as they come in to the last 25 meters in lane number 5. It is Barbara Jardin still by half a body length lead.
Barbara Jardin looks really controlled here, but anything can happen in the last 15 meters.
Barbara Jardin, lane number 4, Samantha Cheverton. Can Barbara Jardin hold on? And yes, she will win this 200-meter freestyle at 1:58.25, followed closely by Samantha Cheverton at 1:58.80, and in third place, Brittany McLean at 1:59.53.
And Savannah King is going to be that 4th place swimmer for the relay at 2 minutes, 34. Savannah King, more of a distance swimmer, often brings it home really quickly on that last length. You can see the happiness in all their faces. Top 4 women qualify for the relay at World Championships.
Fantastic race by the ladies. There you see Barbara Jardin, and right beside her,
Samantha Cheverton there, going to shake her hand.
Smiling. I love how they can smile after a grueling 200-meter freestyle race here. But there you see it, Barbara Jardin and Samantha Cheverton looking at each other. Barbara Jardin was able to handle Cheverton's attack on the last 50 and responded.
That was a great race, right to the finish. Barbara Jardin really took control at the 100 meters, touched the wall. She'll be the only swimmer racing that so far at the World Championships as an individual event. But there you go, there's Team Canada at the World Championships in Barcelona this summer. Got Jardin, Cheverton, Savannah King, and Brittany McLean.
As we go downstairs to Chris for thoughts on their race, what a fantastic 200-meter freestyle final.
This is Canada's 4x200 freestyle relay team for the World Championships this summer in Barcelona. First off, we're going to grab a word with the winner of the event, Barb Jardin, winning the event. You're going to swim this as an individual in Barcelona this summer and as part of this relay. What's it like to be a part of the 4x2 for Canada heading to Barcelona?
Seriously, being part of the 4x200 freestyle relay is the best experience anyone could ever experience. Seriously, these girls are so awesome. Like, I feel like every year is different. We always have different people on the team, and I think that we've really built this team to perform a good performance. So.
Well, 4th place in London, you're going to head to Barcelona as one of the favorites. Sam, get on over there with your teammates. Just jump in front right here. You'll fit in there as well. Sam, 2nd place and a veteran on these relays now. What are you most looking forward to about heading to Barcelona this summer?
You know, after the Olympics, getting 4th place, I think we all realized, you know, we had something special and that this is one of our best Canadian relays, and we're just going to keep getting in better. So being a part of this relay means a lot to me, so I'm super excited for this summer and excited for what we can do.
And Brittany, also a veteran on these relays, a finalist last year in London in the 400. You'll have that obviously later in the weekend, but great to get a qualification in the relay out of the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. One of my greatest memories in London, and even the year before in Shanghai, was getting to swim on a relay with these girls. So I can't wait to do it again this summer, and we're ready to get better.
And Savannah King, an Olympian in 2008 and 2012 in the distance events, trying it out in the 200 free and on the relay team as well. You got to be pretty excited about your first swim here at the World Trials.
I'm so excited. It's always been a dream of mine to be on this relay, and I just got to let out my inner sprint dog, I guess. Work on that the outspeed, and it'll even transfer into my distance events. So this is really excited for me, and these girls are awesome, so I'm excited to be part of this relay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Canada for the World Championships 4x2, Samantha Cheverton, Savannah King, Brittany McLean, and Barbara Jardin.
Well, Joanne, if any questions needed to be answered about that 4x200 freestyle relay, I think they were just now.
You know what, those women, as you could tell, were excited about their place in the world, being one of the top countries in the world in that 4x2, and the addition of Savannah King there, she's excited that pressure's off. She's on the World Championship team.
On we go to the B final, the men's 200-meter freestyle, and the fastest qualifier in this B final was Frank Despond. He swims out of Toronto Swim Club, 21-year-old. The B final, the men's 200-meter freestyle. The world mark in this event is 1:42.00 by Paul Biedermann out of Germany. The Canadian mark, of course, the great Brent Hayden won bronze in the 100-meter freestyle in London. 1:46.40 is his time to beat. The meet record, 1:46.99 by Colin Russell.
And lane 3, Coleman Allen is taking it out fast, but again, 200 meter, it's who can hang on the last length.
In lane number 3, as Joanne stated, Coleman Allen out of UBC. A comfortable lead now into the 75-meter mark. He's got a body length lead ahead of lane number 4, Frank Despond.
And Coleman Allen looks like he has a great stroke, nice and long. Whenever you see someone going fast that makes it look easy, they've got a really efficient stroke, and you can see that there. Now everyone's starting to catch up to him.
Joanne, the minute I said that, they reeled him in lane number 5. That was quick. Keegan Zanetta at 54.06, now in the lead.
Keegan Zanetta almost reminding me of a Brent Hayden with his nice shaved head there, bringing it, really reeling them in at the 100. Now starting to take a bit of a lead.
A 3-man race between Despond, Zanetta, and Allen as they turn at the 150 into the final 50 meters. It will be Keegan Zanetta at 1:22.55, followed closely by Despond and Allen.
And this will be determining the winner of the B final. They will not be nominated to the World Championship team out of this race, but again, a great chance to do a personal best, and they look very strong.
Exciting race here, Joanne. Allen, Despond, Zanetta. Looks like Zanetta has a slight lead here in lane 5, and will he be able to hold off? Yes, he will. 1:51.01. He will win the B final. In second place, Coleman Allen at 1:51.21, and in third, out in lane 6, Robert Wise with a 1:51.52.
So very good swims there for these swimmers. It's always interesting seeing the dynamics of who's got the guts to take it out fast, and should they have held back a little bit to finish stronger. It's always those dynamics that make swimming so interesting to watch.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lane number 5, Keegan Zanetta. Just out touching in lane number 3, Coleman Allen. Fantastic race. And as you said, Joanne, that nice relaxed look that we haven't seen in a while by the name of Brent Hayden, that stroke that Keegan Zanetta, maybe he's trying to copycat that stroke. Works for him in this B final.
Please let all of Swimming Canada men copy that stroke. He had a beautiful stroke. From age group swimming onward, it made him one of the best in the world, world champion, Olympic medalist. That nice long stroke that no matter if he's going easy or fast, he maintains the same technique, which is really important, especially preventing injury and just being able to bring it on when you need to.
It's that relaxed, smooth swimming that has propelled Zanetta to that B final win. And speaking of world-class athletes, we're going to medal 3 of them right up next. The gold medalist, of course, in the women's 200-meter freestyle was Barbara Jardin. She swam a time of 1:58.25. In second place was Samantha Cheverton in 1:58.80, and in third place, Brittany McLean in 1:59.53. This all bodes well for Barcelona, Joanne.
It does. This women's 4x200 free relay, 4th at the Olympics. They are eyeing a medal. They want to be stronger. They've got a lot of experience now, and we're cheering them on to get on that podium in Barcelona this summer.
The bronze medalists.
La médaille de bronze.
From Etobicoke Swimming, Brittany McLean.
Freestyle final, Brittany McLean. Fantastic swim by her.
She's silver medalist.
Etobicoke Swimming.
La médaille d'argent.
In second place.
From the Point Claire Swim Club, Samantha
Cheverton.
Cheverton.
Samantha Cheverton. She's got to be happy with that. But of course, the champion.
And the gold medalist.
Et
Barbara Jardin.
la médaille d'or.
From Parc Piscine
Winning time of
Olympique.
1:58.25
In a
from
time of
Piscine Park
1:58.25,
Olympique,
she
Barbara
will lead this
Jardin.
freestyle for the women, the Canadian women, into Barcelona. Big smile on her face.
And often the gold medalist, the top qualifier, usually earns the much sought after anchor position on the relay, where the fastest swimmer is saved and reserved for the last leg, where the pressure's really on. Often they're the ones that can really pull through. Now, Team Canada, even though they placed 4th at the Olympics, they do have to make up about 3 seconds to become the 3rd spot team. So we've got some work ahead of us, but as you can tell, they're very motivated.
Final now, the
Talking
men's
about a new crop of
200
talent.
freestyle.
Here we go, the men's 200-meter freestyle. This should be exciting. In lane number 8, you see him peeking out there. Jeremy Bagshaw, 20 years old, swimming unattached. In lane number 1, David Woodman, swimming for the University of Calgary Swim Club.
From the Hayak Swim Club, Stefan Milosevic.
Lane number 7, Stefan Milosevic.
Lane 2, representing the Cascade Swim Club, Chad
Lane number 2,
Bobrovsky.
Chad Brabowski, just missed the Olympic team in 2012.
Lane 6 from Etobicoke Swimming,
Lane number 6,
Abdel Khalik.
Hassan Abdel Khalik. He will be racing his brother in this
In lane
event
3 from
tonight.
Etobicoke Swimming, Ali Abdel
There he is,
Khalik.
Ali Abdel Khalik in lane number 3.
In lane 5 from Island
Lane
Swimming,
number 5,
Alec Page.
Island swimmer Alec Page, 19-year-old. But the
And
fastest
lane
qualifier
4
is
from the
Blake
Toronto
Worsley,
Swim Club,
Joanne,
Blake
a 25-year-old
Worsley.
swimming for Toronto Swim Club.
Now, the Olympic trials last year, Blake Worsley won the event but did not qualify fast enough to compete. It was really difficult to watch such a veteran not make the team, but he's back in full force. He's switched teams to Toronto under Ben Titley, and he's ready, and he's always had the talent, but we really have to step it up on the men's side to be of the best in the world.
Here we go, Joanne. The men's 200-meter freestyle A final. Lane number 4, the man to watch, Blake Worsley. And they're off. Underwater work by Worsley. Nice and controlled looking stroke there by Blake as they head to the first 25.
And this whole field, again, knows that the top 4 men will be automatically named to the World Championship team. This is a fight not only for gold, but for top 4 places.
Blake Worsley out in the lead in the first 50, and he will turn in a time of 25:43, followed closely in lane number 8, Jeremy Bagshaw. Gutter ball, 25:71, Joanne.
Blake Worsley knows what he has to do. Again, he's a veteran on the national team. He's taking it out. He wants to be the one leading them and staying in control. We'll see how in good a shape he is and what the training has done at Toronto. He was out of Victoria, so this is for him to really stand out.
Worsley looking relaxed into the 100 wall. He'll turn in a time of 52:92. In lane number 3, Hassan Abdel Khalik right beside him. And in lane 8, we still have that gutter ball, Joanne, Jeremy Bagshaw.
Right. And the brothers, Abdel Khalik brothers, could easily be both on this team. They both swim with Kevin Thorburn, and he was telling me earlier that not only are they good swimmers in the 200, but from the 50 all the way up to the 1500, Hassan in lane 6 held national age group records. So very talented swimmers here.
As they turn, it's still Blake Worsley, followed closely by the Khalik brothers and Alec Page in lane number 5. But right now, Joanne, it is Blake Worsley by a smidgen here.
It looks like the middle 4 lanes are going to get on that national team. Excitement to see who gets which medal here.
Worsley in 4, in 5, Alec Page, and in 3, Ali Abdel Khalik. But it looks like Worsley will win this 200-meter freestyle final as he touches in a time of 1:48.80, followed closely by Alec Page in 1:49.36, and in lane number 3, Ali Abdel Khalik in 1:49.59, Joanne.
That was exciting to watch. Blake Worsley, he's back on the national team, going to the World Championships. He'll be swimming this individual event in the 200 freestyle, but he will be joined by both the brothers, the Abdel Khalik brothers, Hassan and Ali, as well as Alec Page of Island Swimming.
There you have it, Joanne. Those are the results. Blake Worsley with a time of 1:48.80. In second, Alec Page, and then the Khalik brothers. 3 and 4, Ali getting the bronze, just out touching his brother, Hassan.
And you gotta love 2 siblings making it. As a mother now of 3 boys, it's nice that they're all gonna be great together at the same time. It makes everyone happy.
Fantastic swim there. You see Blake Worsley hopping out of the pool. He's got to be happy with that 200-meter freestyle.
I can't imagine the letdown last year of not making the Olympics and deciding to go for another 4 years and really stepping it up, knowing you've got the World Championships this summer. So good job, Blake Worsley.
Blake Worsley, ladies and gentlemen, your 200-meter freestyle champion, winning in a time of 1:48.80. Let's head downstairs to Chris for a little bit more on this amazing event.
We're down on deck, ladies and gentlemen. Team Canada for this summer in Barcelona, the 4x200 freestyle relay. Alec Page just said he's got another event tonight, so we're going to quickly grab a word with him before he goes and warms down. Alec, you're second here tonight in a time of 1:49.36 and on the 4x2.
I'm really excited about it. I just got to keep my head, and I had a good relay swim last summer at the Olympics, so hopefully I can get a lot better this summer.
Well, congratulations. We'll let you go get warmed down and get ready for your next event here tonight. And we'll talk to your three teammates here. Blake Worsley, come on in. Blake, the winner of the 200 free. Here tonight, you'll swim the individual event as well as lead this relay team into Barcelona.
I'm really excited to be here. And, just a couple months ago, I didn't know if I was going to be swimming still. And moved out to Toronto and swam with a guy named Ben Tiddley. And lo and behold, I'm here on the team again. And I just want to say I'm really proud of all these guys for making that team. It's going to be nice to have these two brothers on it this year. And it's going to be exciting.
Blake, congratulations. Let's bring both the brothers in right now. Hassan, congratulations. And Ali, congratulations. Hassan Abdelkhalik, the older brother. We'll talk to you quickly here. On the team here, 4th place tonight, but you're on the World Championship team heading to Barcelona. What does that mean?
All I'm thinking right now is my brother beat me in the pool. So when we get back to the hotel, I make sure I beat him up maybe with some pillows or something. So tomorrow, if he scratches, you guys know why. I showed him who's boss.
Hassan, congratulations. Go easy on him, though. You're going to need this guy this summer. Ali, congratulations. First senior national team in this 4x2 and a bronze medal placing tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't even sunk in yet, so I'm just taking it in right now, and it's great to see all the hard work pay off finally.
Well, congratulations to both Hassan and Ali Abdelkhalik on the team in the 4x2. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Well, Joanne, what an amazing race and some amazing storylines, to be honest. You got Worsley, who was almost done swimming, comes back, wins this event. Right. You got the hot, young, new star in Alec Page, right. And then you've got the Khalik brothers going together in this event. It's just, you can't write this stuff.
We have a great future, as you can see there, for swimming in Canada with 19-year-old Alec Page, but now 18-year-old Ali Abdelkhalik and his brother. And I love that Blake Worsley shares how difficult it is to continue another 4 years.
Fantastic. We're going to head right now to the women's 100-meter backstroke B final, the fastest qualifier. Samantha Correa, she swims for UBC. She's in lane 4. This is the B final of the women's 100-meter backstroke. Good start. Underwater work, so important in this 100-meter backstroke, isn't it, Joanne?
It is. The whole world has been revolutionized by underwater work. We saw it here with Mark Tewksbury way back in the 90s that really made the underwater important. But now it's a staple. It's the 5th event in swimming. The 5th stroke, butterfly backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, and underwater work.
Looks like you can draw a line right across the pool as they head in to the 50-meter mark here, Joanne. Who will be leading right now? And it's going to be Gabrielle Soucis, 30.71, but it's a tight race.
It's actually a tie between her and lane 7, Danielle Henus, and lane 1, and lane 7 actually. But again, 100 meters, we still have 25 meters to go, and it's almost complete straight line across the board.
An incredibly tight race as we head into the last 25 meters, 15 meters to go, and you can still draw a line right across the pool. Who will it be in this B final in the 100-meter backstroke for women? As we come into the last few meters and they touch, it will be Genevieve Cantin, 102.53, and in second place, right beside her, Danielle Hannes, 102.67, and in third, Sydney Pickram, lane 6 at 102.99.
You gotta love winning a heat from the end lanes. Lane 8 with Genevieve Cantin. She was a national team member. I'm sure she wanted to be in the A final tonight. She's the winner of the B final. Will not be making the World Championship team from this heat. But again, she'll have a chance in the 200. And you can see how tiring it is to sprint an all-out race. Often swimmers have trouble getting out of the pool. Shaky legs, that means they left it all in the pool.
Fantastic swim there in the 100-meter backstroke for women. Another fantastic race is one we just saw, the men's 200-meter freestyle. As we take a look into this replay in the women's 100-meter backstroke B final.
And this is where it's important, counting your strokes and having a great finish from the flags to the wall. Timing is everything. Events are won by 1/100ths of a second. And from young swimmers and an age group level, knowing how many strokes, really working on not looking back and driving to the wall is what makes Olympic champions.
Before we get to that women's A final, we will first go to the medal ceremony for the
We will now
men's
present the
200-meter
awards for the
freestyle.
men's 200
Fantastic
freestyle.
that a couple of brothers in Ali and Hassan will be going to Barcelona. Alec Page, of course, swimming out of Island Swimming for Randy Bennett. And Blake Worsley, Joanne, almost quit swimming just months ago, decides to get back into it, and wins this event, and now has a ticket to Barcelona.
He gave me the shivers all over my body when he was saying those words, that he didn't know a couple months ago if he would be here. After the Olympic trials,
Once
being
again,
such a
presenting the
letdown
awards
not
will
to
be
make
the
your dream
president of
happen
the
and
Canadian
committing to
Swimming
another
Coaches
4
and
years
Teachers
is a
Association,
huge
Bill
undertaking.
Humphrey.
And he moved to Toronto, had a new coach, new change of scenery with Ben Titley, and back on top form in Canadian swimming.
Ali, of course, the younger brother, Heo touched his older one.
I gotta love that.
Wow. Beware of the pillows, I guess, from what Hassan said. There he is, though, Ali winning a medal in the 200-meter freestyle. Right
He's still
beside
the
him will
medalist.
be Alec
La
Page,
médaille d'argent.
19-year-old
From
island swimmer.
swimming, Alec Page.
He came second in 1:49.36. Fantastic swim by him. But of course, the story of the night for the 200-meter freestyle for
And the
men
gold medalist.
is Blake
Et
Worsley,
finalement, la
Joanne.
médaille d'or.
He won
In a
this
time
event
of
in
1:48.80 from the Toronto Swim
Fantastic
Club.
win.
Blake
And this goes
Worsley.
to show all swimmers in Canada, even the best swimmers in the world and in Canada, go through a period sometime in their career where they consider, can I do this? They question themselves. The training is so intense. You know, can you go on for another 4 years? And he's committed and ready.
Congratulations,
and
gentlemen.
He looks like he's in form, and I think that self-confidence winning nationals right now was all worth it for him. The struggle.
Got to be a huge confidence boost for Blake. Absolutely. Ali, the young kid out of Etobicoke, coming in third. Fantastic and bright future for the men in the 200 freestyle for Canada. Up next, though, we've got some more business to attend to. The women's 100-meter backstroke A final. Some amazing storylines in this A final. As they walk out, Annie Harrison in lane 8, 18-year-old out of Oakville. There you see her. In lane number 1, Cynthia Pamet from Trent, a 19-year-old.
From the Cobra Swim Club, Paige Miller.
Paige Miller. Lane number 7 from Cobra.
Lane 2 from the UBC Dolphins, Lauren Lavinia.
Lane number 2, you see that smile, Lauren Lavinia, 24-year-old from UBC.
Lane 6 from the Dolphin Swim Club, Christina Stein.
There you have Christina Steins, lane 6, 17-year-old from Dolphins.
Lane 3 from the Cascade Swim Club, Brooklyn Snodgrass.
Brooklyn Snodgrass making her way out, 18-year-old from Cascade out in Calgary.
From the Pacific Seawolves,
The
Hillary
second fastest
Caldwell.
qualifier would be Hillary Caldwell. There she is, 22-year-old from Pacific Seawolves. And there's your fastest qualifier of the evening,
Sinead Russell.
Sinead Russell.
Championship final.
Now this event, the major part of the race will be in the 3 lanes in the middle of the pool. Brooklyn Snodgrass, who won a bronze medal at NC2As, Sinead Russell, who's a 100 and 200 meter backstroke specialist. She's the Canadian record holder in this. And Hillary Caldwell, who swam the 200 backstroke at the Olympics and finished 18th. The time to get 2 women onto this World Championship team is 1:01.39. Sinead Russell went under that this morning, as well as Hillary and Brooklyn. So we'll see who the top 2 women will be to make the World Championship team.
Good start. Now they can use 15 meters off the walls, correct, Joanne, on this start?
Absolutely. You want to utilize that 15 meters. Nowadays, swimmers are faster underwater than they are on top of the water, so they really work on that. And you can see in lane 4 already getting a lead is Sinead Russell. She's just started swimming for the University of Florida Gators and back to represent Canada here.
Into the 50, Sinead Russell in lane number 4, looking comfortable and relaxed, and she will turn in a time of 29.28, followed closely Brooklyn Snodgrass out of Calgary Cascade, 29.57, Joanne.
They look fast. Sinead, a great split there of 29-28. The race is going to be all three of these women. Two of them can only make this team. They go under 101.39 is the time to beat.
Brooklyn giving Sinead Russell a run for her money. She's in lane 3, Sinead in lane 4 as they come down to the wall. 5 meters to go. It is Sinead Russell, though, holding off and winning this 100 back in a time of 1:00.12. Right behind her, Kristen Steins in lane 6. A great last 15 meters at 1:00.85. And in third, Brooklyn Snodgrass from Calgary Cascade Swim Club in 1:00.98.
This is huge for second place finisher Christina Steins. She has made her first national team going to the World Championships. You can see her there in lane 6. She's going to be quite emotional. She knew the race was going to be Sinead Russell there in lane 4, but you can see her right on the lane up in lane 6, getting really close to lane number 5, Hillary Caldwell. She actually is able to touch her out for the second spot and make that World Championship team. Comes down to the last 5 meters. Again, timing to the wall. Right? Don't slow down. Races are won, teams are made by that last 5 meters, just as it was for Christina Steins there.
A sport of inches for sure in that event. Unbelievable swim by Sinead Russell, and there you have the two ladies there, so happy as we go down to Chris.
And their teammates, actually.
And going out live on Sportsnet.ca with our newest qualifiers for Team Canada at the World Championships this summer in Barcelona. First off, Sinead, a win here tonight in the women's 100 backstroke. A little slower than you went this morning, but you'll take the win and the spot on the team, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can take it. I'm excited to go to Barcelona this summer. I used to live there when I was younger, so it'll be nice to visit.
Definitely heading back to Barcelona. And Christina Steins, your first senior national team here in the women's 100 backstroke. You got to be pretty excited about that.
Oh, I'm so excited. I wanted to make this team so bad, so this is amazing.
Amazing, and also to make it with your teammate here with Sinead and Christina. Congratulations, off to Barcelona this summer for the World Championships. Congratulations and best of luck.
You can see that excitement, Colin. 17 years of age again, a new up-and-comer makes the World Championship team.
There you see Brooklyn Snodgrass talking to her coach, Dave Johnson. Maybe a little upset that she didn't make the team, but what an unbelievable race by the two teammates out of Oakville and now teammates on the Canadian national team, Sinead Russell and Christina Steins, Joe.
Great race there.
As we go to the B final of the men's 100-meter backstroke, the fastest qualifier, Jeremy Deswerick, in this B final. He's swimming unattached out of lane 4.
Little surprised to see Jake Tapp in lane 5 here in the B final. You can see he's got a great underwater work. He's the first to come up with the white cap in lane number 5 in the middle of the pool. Great technique, but he's racing for winner of the B final instead of in the A final with a chance for the World Championship team, but he wants to see how close he can get to breaking a best time.
It's got to be a bit of a disappointment for Jake Tapp, Joanne. He's been a Canadian National Senior Team A member, has he not, in this event?
Absolutely, and he's been a great role model for swimmers all across Canada. He was on full scholarship to Arizona, coming back, and he's right now he's 24 years old, and it's hard. You don't always get on the national team every year, but he's still going strong and wanting to remain, still have his other events the rest of the week.
Absolutely. It's Tapp and Deswerick in the middle of the pool. Tapp has a slight body lead length, and he will touch and win this B final in 56.36, just ahead of Deswerick in 56.73, and in third place, Daniel Kiewicz, 57.82.
And you can see there the technique, straight arms there, head looking straight up to the ceiling, not a lot of movement, not a lot of resistance, and the swimmers just put all their force going forward and diving back for that wall.
There you see him, Jake Tapp, the winner of the B final, winning in a time of 56.36. Good swim by Tapp. Before we get to some more swimming, though, let's recognize the women's 100-meter backstroke. Gold, silver, and bronze medalists, of course. Sinead Russell, an Olympian. She won this event in 1:00.12. A fantastic swim by Kristen Steins, her teammate. Made a national team tonight in 1:00:85. Her teammate.
And it's pretty amazing to see someone in their teens get on the national team. I'm a coach myself, and I coach a lot of teenagers that at 11, 12, 13 years of age, they're dreaming of the Olympics and the national team, and another 4-year cycle for them, they could be here. So it's nice to see, as you can see, the excitement in her eyes and in her voice when Christina makes her first national team. It's a dream come true for her.
Brooklyn Snodgrass leading the ladies out for the medal ceremonies. Christina Steins. A fantastic swim for her. She's making her first Canadian National Senior Team A. Sinead Russell right beside her.
Pacific Coast Swimming.
And this also shows the power of training with someone again, like Ryan Cochran, and pulling a lot of his teammates along to be great. She also, training with Christina Steins, teaches them how to be great swimmers as well.
Brooklyn Snodgrass receiving her bronze medal.
And it's bittersweet to get on the medal podium, bronze, but not making the World Championship team.
Still has a smile on her face though, happy with her swim.
Yeah. And you have to be. I mean, in swimming, it's all time, but you have to be always proud when you give it your best, and you can't control what all the other swimmers are doing.
There you go, Christina Steins receiving her silver medal, and right beside her, smiling like, there she's going.
She's doing a dance, a happy dance there. She deserves it, hey.
Sinead Russell winning this
In a final
event.
time of 1:00.12
Probably not the time
from the
she
Dolphin
wanted,
Swim
but
Club, Sinead Russell.
happy with the position. She's got a ticket to Barcelona in this event, Joe.
She does. And she was 16th in this event at the Olympics. She's going to want to improve on that. She made the final in the 200. So we'll see how she fares. Again, she's only 19 years of age, so she's still on the up and up on her career, and now a teammate pushing her as well.
Great pedigree in that family, of course. Her brother, Colin Russell, fantastic swimmer for Canada for a number of years.
In the men's 100 backstroke.
As we go on, the men's 100-meter backstroke A final.
Adam Best.
As he walks out, Adam Best from the Greater Ottawa Kingfish Swim Club.
Newmarket Stingrays, Matthew Swanston.
On the other side, Matthew Swanston from Newmarket Stingrays.
Lane 7 from the Newmarket Stingrays, Jeffrey Swanston.
His teammate, Jeffrey Swanston, and brother from the Newmarket Stingrays.
University of Alberta Swim Club, Joe Byram.
Joe Byron swimming for the University of Alberta Swim Club, 18-year-old.
Toronto Swim Club, Matthew Myers.
And in lane number 6, Matthew Myers from the Toronto Swim Club, a 20-year-old.
Swim Club, Russell Wood.
From Calgary, Russell Wood, 18-year-old in lane number 3.
From the UBC Dolphins, Kelly Aspinall.
Kelly Aspinall, we've seen him tonight. 23-year-old from UBC, and the
Theme
fastest
Park
qualifier,
Olympian,
Olympian Charles Francis from PPO. There he is, Joe.
Now this race is going to be interesting. The top swimmer definitely will swim fast enough to make the World Championship team. It's going to be difficult to get that second place time fast enough. The standard is 54:43. It may just be a one-man show here. Whoever wins, guaranteed to go.
Keep your eyes in the middle of the pool. Charles Francis Olympian, Kelly Aspinall, CIS Swimmer of the Year. Should be an exciting 100-meter final for the men.
And Kelly just finished winning the 50 fly, now back-to-back with his 100-meter backstroke.
Here we go, Joanne.
Charles Francis is going to be hard to beat here. He made the semifinal in the 100 back at the Olympics, but look at lane 5 there. That's Kelly Aspinall going out like a rocket.
It is Aspinall and Francis. Francis and Aspinall at the 25-meter mark, but I do believe it's Aspinall with a slight lead against Francis there. As they come in to the 50 turn, it's going to be Aspinall turning first at 26.61. Right behind him, though, 26.84. There he is, Francis, Joe.
0.2 of a second dividing them, but it's all on the back half. Aspinall is a great front-end sprinter. Does he have enough to hold off Charles Francis for the last 15 meters here?
20 meters to go. It is Aspinall and Francis. Lane number 3, don't count him out. Russell Wood. It is Aspinall, Francis, Russell Wood. Who's it going to be? 5 meters to go. As we get into the wall, it will be Charles Francis, 55.34. In lane number 3, Russell Wood, 55.50. Great last 50 by Russell Wood. And in third place, in lane number 1, Matthew Swanston, 55.67. He gets the bronze.
This finish, it was just amazing. Look at this. There's 3 men right together. Charles Francis, weren't sure if he was going to win, but look at his touch. Again, you have to nail the touch. He lunges back, and with his height, he got to that wall first, but it could have easily been anyone's game there. But with that experience from the Olympics and making the semifinal, he was able to claim that gold, but just by a hair, Colin.
Charles Francis, the winner of the 100-meter backstroke. Fantastic swim by him. That will set him up nicely for Barcelona. As we go downstairs to Chris to chat with Charles Moore about that 100-meter backstroke win. What a race. Russell Wood in second, Matthew Swanson in third.
The newest member of Team Canada for the World Championships this summer, Charles Francis. Not particularly happy with the time at this point in the season, I don't think, but you'll take the win and the place on the Canadian team.
Definitely. It was a rough year. Last year was such a high. This year it's kind of a bit harder, but I'm happy with the spot on the team, and hopefully, like last year, I'll do better this summer.
And last summer, you finished off the Olympics on that 4x1 medley relay that made the final in London. You're going to be on that relay again this summer in Barcelona, and definitely to try and get in that final would be quite an experience.
Yes, definitely. On the downside, there's a few guys who left us, but some fresh blood is coming to the team, and hopefully we'll build a new team with that.
Definitely. Charles Francis, the veteran now on the 4x1 medley. Congratulations on your win here tonight in the 100 backstroke.
Oh, there you go, Joe. Charles Francis, winner of the 100-meter men's backstroke in a time of 55:34. Russell Wood in second and Matthew Swanson in third.
It's not an easy win here for him. In the Canadian Nationals, there's always a lot of pressure. Even if you're a veteran, an Olympic finalist or semifinalist, you got to do it on Dane Gay every year.
Fantastic swim by him. As we get into more swimming immediately, the women's 200-meter butterfly B final. Your top qualifier in this B final is Lindsay Delmar from the University of Calgary Swim Club. She qualified in a time of 2:16.93. This 200-meter butterfly, some would view it as an incredibly grueling event, Joanne.
I was just going to say, wasn't this your favorite event, Colin, when you swam?
No comment.
Colin was a straight sprinter, and the 200 fly, as you mentioned, is often a very difficult event. You need to do a lot of training in butterfly. It takes a lot of power and a lot of technical, doing things very technically right to make it actually easy. The good butterflyers could do it all day. It doesn't take a lot of energy.
Touching first at the 50-meter mark is Haley Black in a time of 30.14. On the other side of the pool, Lauren Swistak, though.
And these women here swimming for the B final, there's a huge discrepancy between this and the A final, almost 10 seconds difference, or some of the fastest times in the world. So Canadians really need to improve on our butterfly, and a lot on the men's side on the butterfly to be really world's best.
The Canadian record is 2:05.95. You're going to see the person who owns that record in the A final. Her name is Audrey Lacroix, a 29-year-old. Fantastic swimmer for Canada throughout the years, and Olympian as well.
And talking about technical aspect of this event, to be able to go out, we talked about easy speed, nice and controlled arm movement, going out fast but not burning the legs out on the first 50 meters. Now is where they bring on the legs, bring up the turnover, and really it's a race of who left enough gas in the tank to get home the last 50 meters. Arms sometimes feel like 1,000,000 pounds the last length here.
These ladies will most certainly be feeling it now as they turn into the last 50 of this race. In lane number 2, Lauren Swistak at 1:40.68, still leading. Lane number 4 in second, Lindsay Delmar at 1:40.81.
Lindsay Delmar with a slight lead. Again, getting a second swim in the 200 fly only gets you stronger and stronger with your body awareness and getting more time off your best time.
A fantastic last 50 by Lindsay Delmar. In lane 4, she's leading the pack with 5 meters to go. It's Lindsay's race to lose as she comes into the wall, and she will touch in 2:16.29, winning this B final in the 200-meter women's butterfly. In second place, in lane number 7, it will be Marie-Sophie Harvey from Club de Natation Megafia. And in lane number 1, it will be Karen Jewell at 2:16.74.
And I must note the second place finisher in lane 7 is 13 years old, Mary Sophie Harvey. So it's great experience for her to be in this B final, and we'll see where her career leads her in the next 4 years.
13-year-old
And she
Marie
almost won
Sophie
it from
Harvey.
lane 7 there.
What a fantastic swim by her. But there you have it, the winner in this B final. In lane number 4, Lindsay Delmar out of the University of Calgary Swim Club. Fantastic swim by
And we
Lindsay.
will now present the awards for the men's
Before we get to that
100
200-meter butterfly A final, however, let's go downstairs and do a medal presentation. And this will be for the men's
Presenting the awards once
100-meter
again will be the
backstroke.
president of Pacific Coast Swimming, Tim Smith.
There he is, Charles Francis, a little tired, having a seat on the podium
The
there.
bronze medalist.
You can see how much it takes out of you to
From the
really
Newmarket
swim a race.
Stingrays,
And
Matthew
Charles Francis was saying
Swanston.
it's been difficult to get back in the water after the Olympics, and how good of a shape are you in compared to, the Olympic Games?
Matthew Swanson receiving his bronze
Silver
medal in the
medalist.
100 back.
La médaille d'argent.
From the
There you go.
Cascade Swim Club, Russell
In second
Wood.
place, Russell Wood. Silver medal from Cascade. Swims
And
out
the
of
gold
Calgary.
medalist.
Et finalement,
Coached
la
by
médaille
Dave
d'or.
Johnson.
And newest member of Team Canada for the World Championships in Barcelona.
Here's our
Winning time
gold
of
medalist, though,
55.19 from
Charles
Christine Park
Francis,
Olympique.
Olympian.
Charles Francis.
100-meter backstroke champion here. He's got to be happy. He's got a ticket now, punched to Barcelona. A little tired. You can tell it on his face, Joanne.
Yeah, I think he's very happy to just make that team. He's got the spot for the relay as well. But it was a close race there.
Congratulations,
And,
gentlemen.
he's got a little bit of work to do, and he's got enough time to put in some more training and get a little more relaxed and ready for World Championships.
Well, coming up next, of course, we've got the women's
Right back
200-meter
into the pool,
butterfly
their
A final.
championship final. This time the women's 200 fly.
Some interesting storylines for sure.
The
Let's
introducer
set
our
this
finalist
up, though, as the women
from the Manchester Swim Club,
make their
Brianne
way onto
Sawicki.
deck. It's going to be in lane 8, Brianne Sawicki from Manta Swim Club.
Mackenzie Downing.
In lane number 1, Mackenzie Downing from the White Horse Glacier Base, 26-year-old.
Horner.
Stephanie Horner, there you have it. In lane number 7,
In lane 2 from the UBC Dolphins, Noemi.
you've seen her now tonight. Canadian record holder Noemi Thomas.
Evan and Keanu Swim Club,
In lane
Devin
number 2,
Bebo.
Devin Bebo in lane number 6 from Edmonton Keanu Swim
Lane
Club, an
3
18-year-old.
from Natation CSQ, Catherine Savard.
Catherine Savard in lane number 3,
Lane 5
making
from
her
the
way out.
Vancouver Otters, Brenna McLean.
The second fastest qualifier, Brenna McLean from West Vancouver Otters, and of course the 29-year-old Audrey Lacroix, Olympian, in lane number 4, and she owns the Canadian record, Joanne, at 2:07. At 2:05, however, 95. There she is, Audrey Lacroix, getting ready for her 200-meter butterfly.
Championship final now in the women's
Now we have the
200
potential to
butterfly.
have 2 women make this team if the second place swimmer goes under 2:09:38. Brianna McLean in lane 5 was 2:11 this morning. She's got a drop of just over 2 seconds, but they'll be fighting for this, and it could happen here tonight.
Lacroix in 4, McLean in 5, Savard in 3. Here we go, Joanne, the women's A final of the 200-meter butterfly. Lacroix already out to a lead here after the 50-meter mark.
Yeah, she had a great start, great underwater work, and zipped right on top of the water, as well as lane 6 had a great start. Audrey Lacroix is a 2-time Olympian at the Olympics in London. She finished 10th in the semifinal. I know she wants to make that final. First, she's got to make the team here, but she set a great standard in the first 50 meters.
Here we go into the first 50. It's Audrey Lacroix in the lead at 28.84. Right beside her, Catherine Savard in 29.12. And in third, on the other side, Brenna McLean in 29.18.
Now, Audrey Lacroix's best time of 2:05.95, the Canadian record, was set in the era of the polyurethane suits that helped them a little bit. So the times won't be as quick as we see them. But you know what? Now world records are broken with the regular suits, and if Audrey can get back to that time, it would be fabulous.
It's Lacroix, Savard, and McLean at the 100-meter mark.
And Lacroix will touch first at 101.48. In second place, Savard in 101.80. And right on the other side, there she is, Brenna McLean at 102.17, Joe.
This is a three-person race here. And you can see in lane 3, Catherine Savard, she's trying to edge up towards Audrey Lacroix, and Brianna McLean is not giving up. They are in great position here to possibly get the second place person on the team as well. It's all going to come down to who has enough power the last 50 meters, last length coming up on the wall.
Lacroix is in a dogfight in lane number 3 with Catherine Savard. As they touch into the wall here, it's Lacroix, 134.49. Savard not far behind in 134.82.
They look in good shape to be under that 209.38 mark. The first place swimmer will definitely make the team, but will they be fast enough to get the top 2? Catherine Savard is giving Audrey Lacroix a run for her money here. They're even.
20 meters to go. It's Lacroix just ahead of Brenna McLean. Lacroix and Savard head to head. 5 meters to go. Lacroix, Savard, and it will be Lacroix touching in a time of 2:07.89. Right behind her, Catherine Savard in 2:08.34, and falling off the pace just a bit in that last 50, Brenna McLean in 2:11.47. Fantastic swim by Lacroix and Savard though, Joanne.
Canada has 2 women qualify for the 200 butterfly. Great swim there by Catherine Savard, coming second in 2:08, under that 2:09 standard, and Audrey Lacroix maintaining her national championship title, 2-time Olympian, and again going to the World Championships.
29-year-old Audrey Lacroix, a champion in this 200-meter butterfly, as she pulls her cap and goggles off, a little exhausted, but nonetheless happy about her win and her flight to Barcelona to represent Canada at the World Championships coming up this summer. But it's Audrey Lacroix. What a fantastic swim as we headed downstairs to Chris. An unreal swim by Audrey. 2 people going to the World Championships. Fantastic swims.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again on deck with the top 2 finishers here in the women's 200 fly. Both Audrey Lacroix and Catherine Savard are on the team for the World Championships this summer. First off, Audrey, we'll talk to you, the winner of the event here, 2:07.89, a great race tonight with Catherine.
I think that was a pretty good race for me. It's faster than my best time last year, so I'm really pleased with that. And I'm gonna work from that to be faster this summer.
Well, a veteran of the national team now heading off to the World Championships once again in Barcelona. It's going to be a busy summer.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations, Audrey, on to our second place finisher and also onto the World Championship team, Catherine Savard. Congratulations, 2:08.34. Are you happy with that time tonight?
Yeah, I was really afraid before the race, but now I'm really happy, and this is my best time, so I'm really happy about that.
A best time on the World Championship team. Congratulations to Audrey Lacroix and Catherine Savard for Team Canada this summer in Barcelona.
These women know each other very well. They race in the 100 fly as well, and best time for Catherine Savard, and Audrey Lacroix actually went faster than she did at the Olympics right there.
Well, there you have it. 2 tickets punched to Barcelona. On we go to the men's 200-meter butterfly, the B final. The fastest qualifier in this event, Patrick Cohen, in lane number 4. The 200-meter men's B final as they take off at the 15-meter mark. Cowan in lane 4, leading though early in lane 8. In the gutter ball, again, fantastic, Yvonne Coconubo.
4 lengths of the pool, grueling race. These men like to make it easy just like our women did.
And he will touch first at the 50. Yvonne Coconubo, love that last name, 27.31. In lane number 6, Braden Salmon from 27.40, just in lane 6, right beside him.
There's a bit of an advantage to be on the end lane. There's not as much waves coming back and forth. The middle swimmers who think they are maybe leading the race may not see you, so you can just really swim your own race and go for it. You got a lane, you could get a medal. This is the B final, so there won't be a medal here, but go for a best time.
There you see in lane number 6, giving a run for his money there, Braden Salmon. He touched in 58.50. Over in lane 1, Kurt Carolus in 58.90 in second place.
And you can see different swimmers opting to breathe every stroke, every 2 strokes. Want to get that rhythm in. One of the biggest things swimmers have difficulty with learning this technique is getting their head down as their arms are coming over. It makes it much easier, more of a teeter-totter swimming, and you propel yourself easier and faster.
Braden Salmon extending his lead in lane number 6 at 1:29.83. He's out in front all by himself. Now it's playing possum. Who can catch him, if anyone, as he heads through the last 25 meters of this 200-meter butterfly B final for the men. It's Braden Salmon, 15 meters to go. No one's going to catch him in this B final. He's got a body length lead over the rest of the field. 5 meters, Salmon, as he comes into the wall, he will touch in a time of 2:02.43. In second place, Yvonne Kakanubo, 2:03.24. And in third, in lane number 7, John McKay at 2:03.44.
And we'll direct your attention to the far end of the pool.
Again,
for the
butterfly
award
being one of the
presentation
hardest strokes to learn, but one of the
200
nicest
butterfly.
looking strokes. Powerful. There's 2 kicks with every arm pull. Into the wall. You have to time the stroke again correctly into the wall. Glide in if you're a little bit far away, but you can time it, and you'll see with the final, it may come down to the finish and who times it right to get on this World Championship team.
Well, what a fantastic night it's been so far, Joanne.
It has been. You see a lot of young hopefuls making it, young age, where they're going to enter the world stage with a long career ahead of them, and hopefully after 4 years we're going to have more Brent Haydens and Ryan Cochrans leaving with medals.
The
As
awards
the women walk
presentation
out
for the women's 200
for
butterfly.
their medals from the 200-meter butterfly there. The gold medalist, 29-year-old veteran on the Olympic
Presenting
team,
the
on the
awards
Canadian
will be
national
the
team,
Sport
Audrey
Marketing
Lacroix.
Director for Speedo
She won in
Canada,
2:07.89.
Haywood.
Fantastic swim by her.
The bronze medalist
Flanking her,
La médaille de bronze.
Catherine Savard
from
and
the West
Brenna
Vancouver
McLean.
Otters, Brenna McLean.
There's McLean getting her medal, waving to the crowd.
Silver medalist
La médaille d'argent.
from Club de Natation CSQ, Catherine
A
Savard.
personal best from Catherine Savard in 2:08.34. Plus, she's going to Barcelona. A fun summer lying ahead for her. There she's going, waving to her swim team, of course.
The gold
Happy with
medalist.
her swim.
Et finalement,
But there she
la
is, the
médaille
winner.
d'or.
Audrey Lacroix
2:07.89 from Piscine Park Olympique.
winning this
Audrey
event. She's
Lacroix.
done it before numerous times. Fantastic smile. 2:07.89. You can expect big things from her this summer in this event, Joe.
Yeah, and she loves to swim, she loves to race, she loves to train butterfly, which is an asset to be a 200 butterfly. And you can see Catherine Savard, 10 years younger than her,
Congratulations, ladies.
really swam a great technical race, challenge Audrey Lacroix for the gold medal right at the wall. So great for Canada having 2 women representing us at the World Championships in the 200 butterfly.
All right, as we get ready for the A final, the men's 200-meter butterfly. Pierre-Alexandre Renaud in lane 8 walking out. Gamal Assad, there he is in lane 1 from Oakville. Evan White in lane 7 from Oakville as well.
Thomas Jobin.
Thomas Jobin from Cascade Swim Club, a 20-year-old.
Alec Page.
Alec Page, we've seen him earlier tonight.
Lane 3 from the Toronto Swim
He's
Club,
got his
Zach
ticket punched to
Shetrat.
Barcelona. Zach Shetrat from Toronto Swim Club in lane number 3.
Oakville Aquatic Club, Mac Dara.
There he is, Mac Darag from Oakville.
Lane 4 from the Halifax Trojan Aquatic
And there's our
Club,
fastest
David
qualifier of the night,
Sharp.
David Sharp from the Halifax Trojan Aquatic Club. He's in lane 4.
Championship final men's 200
Now this was
fly.
interesting with David Sharp at Olympic trials being the first male swimmer from Nova Scotia to make the Olympic team. He finished 31st at the Olympics, and he just out-touched beside him in lane 3, Zach Shetrat, to make the Olympic team. And now it's sort of a duo again, head-to-head for this World Championship team.
A score to settle perhaps here in this men's 200 butterfly. as they take off. In lane number 4, David Sharp. In 3, Shetrat.
Not Olympic trials. David Sharp won out of lane 8. Now he's front and center. There's a lot of expectations on him. I know he's been battling some illness over the past few months. Will he have enough to make it to the World Championship team?
Into the wall, the first 50. It will be in lane number 4, David Sharp at 26:45. In lane 3, right beside him, there he is, Zach Shetrat in 26:76, Joanne.
And the race is on, and now you can see in lane 3, Zach Shetrat, really nice long arms, very powerful arms coming up and over, really easily taking over David here. So here's where the training effect comes in. If David hasn't been feeling that great the past couple months of training, let's see if Zach pulls ahead of him in the last 100 meters.
Here we are at the 100-meter split. It's Zach Shetrat now has taken over the lead at 56.62. Right beside him, David Sharp, 56.76.
And to make the World Championship team, we're guaranteed to have one swimmer go, but to have 2, we have to be under 157.03.
157.03 will be the time to take 2. Doesn't look like it's going to happen here tonight, Joe, but for sure one will be going.
You need to win this race to go to World Championships. And lane 3, Zach Shetrat is still in the win, but David Sharp is right behind, 2/100ths of a second behind him. This is a race, Colin.
Here we go, Shetrat and Sharp. Sharp and Shetrat, the last 30 meters to go. Looks like Shetrat is leading here, though. 25 meters to go. Sharp is trying to make a move, trying to catch him, Joe.
They're head-to-head, timing the last 15 meters. Who's got enough in their legs?
Shetrat and Sharp. Shetrat with a half a body length lead now, 5 meters to go. It's gonna be Zach Shetrat at 158.01, Joanne. In second place, David Sharp with 158.55, and in third, Alec Page. He's had a busy night, 159.58. But the winner and going to Barcelona, Zach Shetrat, in a time of 158.01.
This is going to be an emotional interview. I can feel it already. His Olympic dreams did not happen for Zach Shetrat in lane 3. Had to wait a whole nother year to get back on the national team. Here he is, really having a great technical swim, enough power at the end of the race to out-touch Olympian David Sharp. Fortunately, both of them cannot go, just the #1 gold medalist here tonight.
Shetrat just out-touching David Sharp, and we saw earlier, Sharp not happy at all with his 200-meter butterfly there, but Shetrat is. He gets to go, punched his ticket, 158.01. Sharp in second at 158.55, and Alec Page, 159.58. And we'll go downstairs and listen to what Zach had to say about that race with Chris.
On deck with the newest member of Team Canada, Zach Shetrat, in the men's 200 butterfly. He wins the event here tonight. 2/100ths of a second between the top 2 with the 50 meters to go. Did you know the race was that close here tonight?
I didn't know it was that close. I felt like I was out well, and I thought I was out ahead, but now I found out I was super close. So I'm really happy that I was able to come back from that, fabled 0.02 of a second. So I'm pretty happy.
Well, congratulations. And are you happy with the time here tonight, or was it more about the win in the event in order to get onto that World Championship team?
It was about both. Primarily about making the team. That's been my goal for the whole season, and it culminated in this. So I'm really happy with that. But also, it was the best time by about 8/10. So I'm very pleased with that.
Best time. Anything particular you're looking forward to this summer in Barcelona?
I'm looking forward to be back on the team, and I'm excited to race.
Excited to race, Zach Shetrat. Congratulations, champion here tonight in the men's 200 butterfly.
Joe, not a best time for Zach, but still he gets his ticket to Barcelona, and that's exactly what he's happy about,
And there's Blake Worsley.
Getting a hug by Blake Worsley.
Both of them who missed the Olympics, both of them back on the national team with big dreams for the next 4 years.
Fantastic swim by Zach, and that's kind of the thing here, Joanne, isn't it? You never know. It's whoever stands up and races gets his ticket on the team.
It doesn't matter how well you placed last year. All that matters is this year. Just because you're an Olympian doesn't guarantee you a spot. You have to keep proving yourself every year.
Sharp out in that first 50, led the first 50 in that 200-meter butterfly, but Zach reeled him in, looked incredibly smooth and comfortable in that last 50, and that's the secret really with this 200-meter butterfly, isn't it? You got to remain comfortable. You can't seize up.
True. You want to be out with the field, in control, and it was interesting hearing Zach think that he had the lead the whole way. It wasn't that close, so it's good for him. He didn't panic, and he just reeled him in and went further ahead into that wall. Timing of the wall also critical. And unfortunately, David Sharp won't be representing Canada in the 200 fly here. But again, that Olympic dream is always big, right? So can make a lot of world championship teams, but it's year after year toward your Olympic goal is how a lot of athletes look at it.
Well, there you have it, the men's results. Zach Shetrat, 158.01, David Sharp in 158.55, and Alec Page in 159.58. Alec Page has had a busy night tonight.
Yeah.
Shetrat obviously happy with his race.
That was a hard double for Alec Page. He was second in the 200 freestyle, made the relay team in that, and then back up for the 200 fly, coming in third. So great swimming, and it's nice to see swimmers not being afraid to take on multiple events like we saw at the Olympics with Michael Phelps and Missy Franklin and Ryan Lochte, and our Canadians are tough as nails like that too.
Randy Bennett has to be happy with Alec Page and how he stood up and raced tonight in some difficult events, no doubt. Randy Bennett, obviously his coach.
And Randy always talks highly of Alec, that not only is a great distance swimmer and IM swimmer, but here he can do the 200 fly. He's very versatile, and in swimming it's nice to have multiple events in your pocket. For women especially, as you mature and grow, sometimes events are thrown off. So if you're not just specialized in one event, you can be on the national team for a long time, excelling in multiple events.
As did you, Joanne, excelling in multiple events, the 200 breaststroke, the 200 backstroke, the 400 IM, the 200 IM. What was your favorite event?
I always loved the 200 backstroke. It was the least painful event, but when you swim the 400 IM right, that was my best event, the 200 IM and 400 IM. And I even went as far as the 800 freestyle, being the national record holder at one point. So again, as a young swimmer, really learning to swim all the races well, and maybe when you're in your 20s, specializing a little bit more.
Well, here we go, the men's 200-meter butterfly medal ceremony. David Sharp not happy after that race, but of course gracious and coming out to receive his medal. He'll be upset. Back to the drawing board for him in his pursuit of his
Once again,
Olympic
presenting
dream.
the awards, the Sport Marketing Director for Speedo
Rio.
Canada, Vanessa Haywood.
There you have the guys lining up. There's Alec Page.
And it always comes down between
The
tenths of a
bronze
second.
medalist.
So for David and Zach, it was just over 5
From
tenths of a
Island
second
Swimming,
separating
Alec
who's on the
Page.
team, who's not. In 200 meters, that's a slip up of a turn, maybe not as your underwater work not being great enough, not enough reaction time off the blocks. So even though he's disappointed, David
Silver
Sharp, it's not
medalist.
much of a difference, right, to really get back onto it.
From the Halifax Trojan
Alec
Aquatic
Page,
Club, David
bronze
Sharp.
medalist. There he is, David Sharp, getting his silver medal.
And
And
the
at the
gold
bottom,
medalist.
Et finalement, la médaille d'or.
U of T
And
jacket
newest
on.
member of the Canadian World Championship team
Zach
for
Shetrat.
2013 from the Toronto
He
Swim
just
Club.
seems so cool,
Zach
calm, and collected,
Shetrat.
doesn't he? And that actually, on the international stage, is such an asset when there's so much hype and the adrenaline's going. If you can just keep breathing and keep your blood pressure low and your body relaxed, it will help him a lot at the international stage.
Great win by Zach.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
I guess it's 1-1 now in that Shetrat-Sharp duel, if you will.
Yeah. And it's always great to have rivalries right here in
Our
Canada,
next
really
event
pushing
is
them
the
to
women's
again get
1500
Canada
freestyle.
better ranked in the
Introducing
world,
our
because
finalists to this
internationally we
time
haven't had the
trial
best
event.
ranking in the 200 butterfly. We have a
In
long
lane
way
eight
to
from
go,
Etobicoke Swimming,
but that rivalry
Olivia
will help.
Anderson.
Well, our last event of the evening, the 1500-meter freestyle for women, as they make their walk out.
In 7 from Etobicoke Swimming, Ezra Abdel-Khaliq.
There she is. Her brothers got a ticket to Barcelona. Ezra Abdel-Khaliq swimming in the 1500. Jay Dusselbaum in lane 2.
Danica Ludlow.
Danica Ludlow, there she is, lane number 6 from Prince George.
Sophia Sarakian.
Sophia Sarakunin from Edmonton Keano Swim Club.
Bauman.
And there she is, Tabitha Bauman, daughter of Alex Bauman.
In lane 4, swimming unattached, Lexi
Canadian
Aitchison.
icon in swimming. And then in lane 4, Leslie Atchison, swimming unattached.
Women's 1500 freestyle.
This, of
time
course, not a selection event for the World Championships, this, or the 800-meter freestyle for men. Nonetheless, pretty exciting here. You've got some Canadian national team members. Lane number 4, of course. Quite the pedigree in lane number 5, Tabitha Bauman.
Mm-hmm.
1,500-meter freestyle for women, our last event of day 1 of the 2013 World Swimming Trials for Canada.
This is 30 lengths of the pool. And believe it or not, some of my favorite races in the history of the Olympic Games is, of course, the 1,500-meter race where we saw Ryan Cochrane, but it can be the most exciting race, all 30 lengths, and a lot of dynamics happening throughout this race.
And like you said earlier today, Joanne, a world record in the 1,500-meter was broken here some 19 years ago. So
yeah.
Trying to do the math, 18 years ago by Kieran Perkins from Australia. And Joanne, you were part of that fever when Kieran broke that record. You were on deck watching him.
It's true. He was one of the first distance stars to make the 1,500 very much an exciting race and people on their feet for the whole 15 minutes. And since then, it's just been one of the highlighted races of the Olympics, sort of like the marathon. People really waiting for that race, and the 1,500 for men and women here at the World Championships is an exciting race to watch.
Taking out an early lead, Leslie Aitchison in 102.85. Right beside her, though, in lane 5, Tabitha Bauman. She's swimming unattached. Now, of course, Alex Bauman, one of the greatest Canadian swimmers ever. The 200 and 400 IM was his specialty. He won gold in both, Joanne, in LA in '84.
He did. He is my hero. He is what really launched my career to know that Canadians can win Olympic gold. Set my Olympic dream when I was watching him at those '84 Olympics on my black and white TV on a campsite. And now, you know, was in Australia, so Tabitha was training in Australia as a youngster, then moved to Canada, and now they're in New Zealand. And what a family they have, having a dad. And he's really the class act to me. He's the Wayne Gretzky of swimming. I remember meeting him as a 10-year-old, and he watched me swim and would encourage me and would give autographs to everyone. So her dad, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? And the amount that she knows she has to train to be one of the best in the world. She's only 17 here, but coming back to Canada for these World Championship trials.
Well, Dad's got to be pretty happy early on here as Tabitha turns and is in the lead. She's now extended a half a body length lead over Lexi Aitchison. As she makes the turn here, Tabitha at 2:42.15.
And distance swimmers love this 1,500 meter race. For the women at the Olympics, there is no 1,500 meters. Most women wish there were. For the men, there's a 1,500 but no 800. At the World Championships is a little different. It's even, it's equal. Both women and men have the 800 and 1,500. So someone like Ryan Cochrane has an opportunity to win 3 medals at those meets, at the 400, 800, and 1,500. Because there's a huge jump from a 400 all the way up to 1,500. So for the women as well, this is no big deal to swim 30 lengths. In workout, they're swimming 300 lengths. So this really is not far distance for them.
Tabitha turning in a time of 3:15.62. Joanne, what's the mindset here in the first part of this 1,500 meter race for swimmers?
Most swimmers want to get into their pace. They want to get into the groove. They've been working with their coaches to know what they want to hold for every 50. If you can imagine, these 30 lengths are broken down to each length, what they want to be splitting at the 50, at the 100, how many strokes they want to be taking. And each length, there's a lot to think about. It's really a science.
Tabitha extending her lead now, turning in a comfortable 3:48.77. Dad's got to be pretty happy.
I can only imagine as a parent, you know, with him being an Olympic gold medalist and you have children and they're interested in swimming and you want them to be water safe, but to see them start to excel, it's not his dreams for them, and if they really love it, you want to encourage them. But this is their own career. And although they're Alex Bauman's children, they are their own entity here.
Of course, Alex Bauman swam with Victor Davis and Ann Ottenbright, and there was a cadre of excellent Canadian swimming. And my question is who will be that cadre now? You see some potential superstars in this pool. You'll see them this week, and possibly Tabitha, maybe Alec Page. There are some incredible swimmers that are coming up, and maybe take that Alex Bauman mantle and run with it.
And it's been nice for every generation. There's been new role models. For my generation, it was Alex Bowman, Victor Davis, and Ottenbright, like you mentioned. The new generation is the Ryan Cochran, Brent Hayden. Before it was Marianne Limpert and Curtis Myden. And although Canada hasn't had, 10 Olympic medalists at the Olympics, to have a couple swimmers get onto that podium really sends down that belief that yes, you too here in Canada can be the best in the world. And Canada, I think, is ready for this new mind change that we not only want to be happy making the final, but Ryan Cochran, classic example of someone who wants gold in Rio.
As we head into the 500-meter mark, it is all Tabitha Bauman turning in a time of 5:28.89. A comfortable lead ahead at lane 4. Lexi Atchison in 5:35.21, but it is all Tabitha Bauman right now in this 1,500-meter freestyle for women.
And she looks very smooth. You'll notice not a lot of kicking happening there. A nice even kick. The last 100, 200 meters, they'll bring on the legs a little bit more, but very arm dominated. Again, you see a nice technique that Tabitha has. High elbows, the arm coming forward, really relaxed. The work is done underwater.
Very little kick happening from Tabitha right now, Joanne. Is that a strategy employed?
Most swimmers really save their legs. At the Olympic level, you may see a little bit more. Sun Young of China kicking a little bit more, but often they save their legs and they really can go quite fast, arm dominant. And in the distance events, if you use up your legs too much at the beginning, it takes a lot of oxygen. Your leg muscles are the biggest muscles in your body. You really can burn out if you use them a lot in the first couple 100 meters.
A very relaxed Tabitha Bauman coming into the 600-meter mark and turning in a time of 6:35.75. Joanne, why is the 1,500-meter freestyle for women not a world championship event?
It is actually a world championship event at the World Championships for Canada. Their selection criteria, they actually are only choosing swimmers for Olympic events to make the team a little bit smaller and sizable that they can handle. And then within that team, so should Tabitha get on the team for the 800, she can choose to swim the 1,500 there. But at the Olympics, there's no 1,500 race. And that's sort of a historic thing that should be changed, really, because women can handle the 1,500 meters easily.
Well, Tabitha Bauman's handling this 1,500-meter race easily right now. Way ahead of lane 5, Lexi Atchison at 7:21.6. It's all Tabitha Bauman as she looks relaxed and comfortable heading into the 700-meter mark. No one's going to catch Tabitha. She turns in a time of 7:42.58. Well behind in lane number 4, Lexi Atchison. And in third, in lane number 3, Sophia Saracuan, swimming for the Edmonton Keano Swim Club.
So that last 100 for Tabitha was just about 1 minute and 7 seconds. So she's holding a good speed. But again, with this not being a qualifier for World Championships, some swimmers may have chosen not to swim this and rest up for their other events, but it's always great to get in there, show your stuff, make yourself known as a contender for this event.
The Canadian record holder, Brittany Reimer, that record, 16:07.73, will not be touched. But Tabitha Bauman could be the future of women in this 1,500-meter freestyle event, as she looks fantastic going into this 800-meter mark. And she will turn in a time of 8:49.32. It is all Tabitha Bauman, Joanne. Looking high and easy with the elbows. Very relaxed swim.
And she is holding just around 107s, a little bit faster than 107. And just to give you some frame of reference, the Canadian record holder, Brittany Reimer, in the 1,500, she would be holding 104s. So a slight difference here for the Canadian record speed. But for Tabitha, she wants to do a best time here, and she is only 17 years of age.
17 years young, the daughter of Alex Bauman, Canadian Olympian, iconic swimmer in Canadian history. He's for sure watching his daughter swim this 1,500-meter freestyle, and she's looking great. Nice high elbows. Tabitha Bauman, 15 meters into this 900-meter mark. And she will turn in a time of 9:56.14. Tabitha Bauman.
She's holding steady, Colin. She's still holding just under 107s. That's great. She's got into her groove. And as a coach, you want your swimmers to keep holding that pace, and you don't want them to veer too far off. And it's amazing, your body just gets into a rhythm. And as we were mentioning how far these distance swimmers train, 30 lengths for them to hold at a certain pace, each 50 at 32.5. You know, at 33, 34 seconds, which she's holding for the 100 at about 106. So they get into their rhythm and they're able to hold it quite easily.
Joanne, can you talk to me a little bit about stroke count and how important that is to a swimmer, especially in a 1,500-meter freestyle race?
It's been one of these things that when we were swimming back in the 90s and early 2000s, we started dabbling into counting your strokes, and if your goggles fell off, you knew exactly how many strokes to get to the wall. It's happened at the Olympics before with Michael Phelps losing his goggles, and he knew by memory how many strokes. But it is quite an important component for coaches to take their stroke count, so how many strokes they take per length, and also the stroke rate, the rate at how fast they're actually spinning their arms, and they can figure out where their ideal efficiency is for swimming. And for the challenges for swimmers to go the same speed or faster with less strokes makes them more efficient. So that's the big challenge there.
Tabitha Bauman. A comfortable lead would be an understatement in this 1,500-meter freestyle race. Well ahead of Lexi Atchison in lane number 4.
And it's such a fun thing for a swimmer to be on front and center stage with no one really challenging you. She's going to be getting this gold medal. And a lot of personal goals she's going for it. Time, stroke count, stroke rate. And I'd love to know when she flew in from New Zealand, because that alone takes a lot out of you coming across that big ocean.
There she is, middle of the pool. Hasn't brought in the legs yet. She doesn't need to, however. Lane number 5, Tabitha Bauman, turning in a time of 12:09.95.
So 400 meters left. That's 1,100 meters. So for swimmers, a lot of them count down their lengths. Some of them count up their lengths to 30 lengths. Again, you're going to hear a bell ring with 100 meters to go. So they start to get a little bit excited when they've made it over halfway and now only 400 meters left.
There you have second place right now, Lexi Atchison. Well behind Tabitha Bauman. She's in lane 4. It is all Tabitha Bauman in this, Joanne.
It is. So it was worth the trip for her. But she's going to be really vying for that 800-meter race, where she can actually earn her spot and then get to swim this as well at the World Championships. But the field's going to be stacked a little bit more. Again, some swimmers opting to rest, not swim this race, and really give it their all in their 800, and then they could swim this. But I think it's very honorable to get in here and race every event like you'd have to do at World Championships.
It must take an immense amount of concentration in this race for Tabitha Bauman to stay focused, to keep her cadence. Tabitha Bauman well ahead of the rest of the field.
So she has, we're counting down here, 5 lengths left. Is that correct, Colin?
She turns in a time of 13:49.92. The race for second actually has picked up, Joanne, in lane number 3. Sophia Sarikin has caught Lexi Atchison. Now she's leading. That could be a race there for second place, but in first place, no question, Tabitha Bauman.
200 meters left, 4 lengths of the pool left. Gold medal for national title on stake here for the 1,500 meters.
200 meters to go for Tabitha Bauman. 14:23.43. In lane number 3 now. Comfortably in second is Sophia Sarukian from the Edmonton Keano Swim Club. Lexi Atchison now has to battle in lane number 8. Olivia Anderson from Etobicoke Swimming, a 13-year-old.
Yeah, that's nice to see a 13-year-old. Again, it's not a far cry for a 13-year-old to be racing at 1,500 meters. Some swimmers don't even start their career until 13 years old, and here we have a 13-year-old already at the national championship final in the 1,500 meters. You're gonna hear the bell lap coming up. Every swimmer loves the sound, the bell of angels, we call it. Only 2 lengths left, 100 meters.
There's the bell. Tabitha Bauman turning in a time of 15:30.16, a country length ahead of the rest of the field.
And we talk about personal best. She was entered at 16:46. With that split at the 1,400 meter mark, she will be about 10 seconds under her best time if she continues at this pace.
Now the race belongs to a bronze medal, Lexi Aitchison, and 13-year-old in lane number 8, Olivia Anderson out of Etobicoke Swimming. What a treat that would be for her. The 13-year-old now trying to make a race out of it, but the gold medalist, there it is. The legs come in, Joe, on the last 50. Tabitha Bauman. I wonder what Alex is doing right now, cheering on his daughter.
Yeah, first national title. You can see a totally different stroke technique when bringing on those legs. Best swimmers in the world do that, and it gets you to the wall. Gold medal coming here for Tabitha Bauman.
15 meters. Now we've gone to 5. Tabitha Bauman. She'll win this in a time of 16:34.29. Her best time. A fantastic swim by Tabitha Bauman. The race now is for bronze medal, Joe. Silver is locked up with Sophia Sarukian of the Edmonton Keano Swim Club. Her teammate looking to get a bronze medal.
Yeah, here we go, right to the wall. Everybody racing. This is for a medal, Canadian national silver medalist.
It's gonna be Sophia Sarukian for the silver, and the 13-year-old Olivia Anderson winning the bronze in 17:08.12. What a fantastic placing for her.
And that was a race right to the wall with Lexi Aitchison in lane 4. Olivia Anderson touching her up for her bronze medal. 13 years of age, first medal at national championships. She's obviously super excited, hard to believe, great swim for her.
As the rest of the field finishes, it's Tabitha Bauman.
Oh, and this is interesting. Olivia Anderson, who came third, took 40 seconds off her best time to get that bronze medal. Not bad for a day's work.
Wow. Olivia Anderson, bronze medalist at these national championships. 17:08.12, 40 seconds off her best time. But there's the winner, Tabitha Bauman. And here's her finish, 15 meters to go. The legs, Joanne, coming in.
And that is what you need to do at the World Championship level. It is a sprint the whole way. Everyone knows what everyone's doing, and that extra speed with the legs coming on is what we need to see. So great swim for Tabitha.
Looks like she went for a Sunday walk instead of a 1,500-meter freestyle race.
She does, makes it look very easy. Motivation for everyone to swim 1,500-meter races when you can breathe easy like that afterwards.
As she hops out of the pool, we've got the final results. Tabitha Bauman, 16:34.29. What a fantastic swim. Dad will be proud, as the rest of the family will. She wins this event. An exciting day for Tabitha.
We're on deck with the winner of the women's 1,500 freestyle, Tabitha Bauman, swimming unattached here this weekend. Your second national title of your career in the 1,500 freestyle here at the World Championship Trials. Are you happy with the time tonight at 16:34.29?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a big PB for me, and I really wasn't expecting it because I've had injuries and just like the traveling and everything. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. It was good.
So a personal best. What else are we going to see you competing in here throughout the World Trials over the next 3 days?
All the freestyle races.
All the freestyle races. So a busy schedule for you here in Victoria. And it must be nice to come back into Canada here for a few days.
Yeah, it's been great. It's lovely. I love it.
Well, congratulations, Tabitha Bauman, champion here tonight in the women's 1,500 freestyle.
Well, there you have it. Tabitha Bauman winner of the 1500 meter freestyle, getting her clothes.
Getting ready for the medal podium.
An exciting day for her, her first.
Worth the trip to Canada to get her national title there.
I would make that trip. And how about Olivia Anderson, Joanne? 40 seconds off her best time.
Yeah, I love that. Watching her reaction when she touched the wall, a little bit of disbelief, a little bit of excitement. She really had to out-touch a fourth place finisher to get that medal right to the wall. So it goes to show you, it's always a race. Even a 1500 meter, you never let down your guard. Medals are on the line, World Championship team spots are on the line, and ultimately this is stepping stones to win your Olympic medal. She do a little hop, skip, and jump there.
There's your future, ladies and gentlemen, of Canadian swimming. A fantastic race. What a great day so far. A great meet for Canada and its swimmers. Ended off with Tabitha Bauman winning this event by a country mile, 16:34.29. As you see, the finishes there in that 1500 meter race at the bottom of your screen. Olivia Anderson, 40 seconds off her best time. She can't believe it. She's taking a second look.
Deadline for tomorrow.
Fantastic race by her.
8:30 scratch deadline for tomorrow's event.
We'll march them out for their medals.
The award presentation now for the women's.
Here we go for the award presentation. Tabitha, Sophia Sarukian, Olivia Anderson.
Presenting the awards will be 1992 Canadian Olympian and current chair of the
13
Swimming
years
Canada
young,
Selection
Olivia
Committee,
Anderson,
Chris
winning
Bowie.
the bronze medal. Can't even drive, but can win medals on a national stage.
La médaille de bronze.
From Etobicoke Swimming, Olivia Anderson.
Talk about motivation for the next 4 years, 8 years, 12 years of her career.
La médaille d'argent.
Even more if she
From
wants.
the Edmonton Piano Swim Club, Sophia
Great race for
Sarukian.
silver there. Sophia Sarukian winning the silver.
And a gold medalist.
Et finalement, la médaille
And there she
d'or.
is.
With a best time
Tabitha,
of 16:34.29.
what's her last name, Joanne?
Bauman.
Swimming
Bauman.
unattached. Tabitha
Yes.
Bauman.
Legendary family,
Gold medalist.
and rightly so. And now her own career, her own labels. Canadian champion, 1500 meter, gold
Congratulations,
medalist.
ladies, and thank you.
Well,
to
maybe
Chris
she won't be
Bowie
known
for
as
presenting
Alex
the
Bauman's
awards.
daughter anymore.
Yeah, Alex will get used to being
That
just
does
their
conclude
dad.
our session here on day one of the 2013 World
Great
Championship
race by those
trials.
ladies.
I'd like to thank
Fantastic.
all of the officials for their assistance this evening and invite them at this time to leave the pool deck area. Day one is in the books. We've got 3 more days of competition to go here at the 2013 World Championship Trials. We had 3.
Michael Phelps showing the world what he's made of. 49.82. He's gone under 50.
Victoria, British Columbia, your final thoughts on day one?
I thought it went fabulously, starting from the 50-meter butterfly. Noemi Thomas, new Canadian record. But then for me, the 200 freestyles, getting 4 women, 4 men onto that team, relays, and great swims. It's looking very good. And a lot of young swimmers, which we're looking for to set the stage for the next 4 years to be our heroes one day for the Olympics.
A fantastic day one here at the Saanich Commonwealth Place Pool. Day 2 tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. so much.